Okay, so next was Bianca Belair came out for promos. It's just she had only been a couple weeks, but she missed the fans so much. She said she would never miss her offers up to her, and said there are risks in her job, such as when she had her face busted on the ring steps. And said she would face Bliss over and over again despite the scar she left on her face, and Belair said that with every risk comes the reward of remaining champion. She paused for a faint EST chant that never really developed. And Belair said she heard everything Bliss had to say and questioned whether she had the guts to come say it to her face. Alexa Bliss made her entrance and accused Belair of fearing her because she doesn't know what to expect from her. Bliss started to mention the Rumble, but Belair cut her off and assumed she was going to enter the Rumble. But Belair asked if she would rather face her for a shot at the belt, and Bliss asked what the catch was. And Belair stood on the apron and said that Bliss wanted to be in control, so the choice was hers. She said she would see Belair at the Rumble, and Belair dropped off the apron and said she could see her tonight, too. Then Belair roughed up Bliss and ran her to the ring post and barricade. Bliss shoved Belair toward the steps, but Belair blocked it. Belair dove at Bliss, who ducked, causing Belair to leap over the barricade. And when Bliss stood up, Belair stood behind her and pulled her over. Then Belair roughed up Bliss and then positioned two chairs next to one another on the floor and set up for KOD onto the chairs, but she stopped because Uncle Howdy could be seen in a lit area that led to the concourse, and Bliss slipped away and put Belair down with a DDT. This was just, I mean, this Uncle Howdy stuff. I don't. He just showed up. He was like it was. He was so ominous, standing in the aisleway that I guess it just affected everything in this thing. So I don't know. What did you think of this?
Did you see when Bayley was backstage and she put on her stunner shades and she was walking to the ring?
I don't think that made it to Hulu.
Bro, she looked like a superstar, and even in the ring, she had that stuff in her hair, like little
Even
pearls
Bianca.
and stuff.
You talking about Bianca?
Bianca, my bad.
Right.
Bianca. Okay. But those stunner shades are the ones that Joe should wear to give him some flavor. Right. Because I was telling him yesterday, his glasses look like, you know when you put the tinted windows in your car, but they're cheap and they peel off?
Right.
And they're like peeling at the corner? That's what his glasses look like. Why don't you invest in some stunner shades, my dude?
Because this is a very specific prescription,
Oh, that's right. Remember, he's so disgusting. He had that eye problem.
How long are you not going to be able to see? You remind me of Raquel or with the cast or Bob Orton Jr.
Bob Orton Jr. Right.
I can see. It's just that computer monitors and places with lights that are going to be shining in my eyes.
Joe, but aren't there those Blu-ray glasses you can wear that are clear? Because I know my wife uses it for the computer. What?
Time out. Joe is doing this, okay, because he's doing the thing, and he's selling that he's like blinded in like one of the eyes, right? Because that's the angle that Sandman did, right, back in ECW where he was like blind. Remember the thing with
Tommy Dreamer,
right? Yeah, he pulled the thing. So Joe's like doing an homage to Sandman. Is that accurate, right, Joe?
I wish.
Plus, he's going to walk into Philadelphia on Raw 30 with that at night, and everybody's going to go, "Why is this?"
Where is Raw 30? Is it in Philly?
Yeah, I'll be there on Monday. Yeah.
And he'll be there at nighttime with the shades, and everybody will think what Callis did. Why is this J Brown wearing? Which I'm okay because you have kind of hideous eyes to begin with.
I think they should respect someone that has a disability and not point it out. That's what I think. This is 2023, damn it.
All right, so next was Bronson Reed against Akira Tozawa. That's his opponent. And this was actually longer than it should have been, but they wanted to showcase Bronson Reed's offense. So he just hit him with a whole bunch of stuff here that beat him. So.
Yeah, but I will say this: Tozawa sold his ass off. Plus, nice spin kick by Tozawa. But Bronson is massive, bro.
Right. Like, this is a showcase of his moves to a smaller guy that looked really good.
But they should have like the monsters going against each other. You know, like Braun versus Reed versus. Right. You know, what's this other guy? Almost the Indian guy that they don't use anymore. Maybe bring back your old favorite Monster Stash, Jeff Cobb.
Bro, because look at this too.
Bring it's back like, Eric Rowan.
If you're looking at like actually AEW could take like a page out of WWE's book here. Bro, look at all the
in more ways than one. Boom.
Well, let me tell you this, because like they're starting to showcase some big guys, and I think they should start putting the belts on some of these big guys because, bro, look at the champions in AEW right now. Okay, Orange Cassidy, Darby Allin. Okay, the Acclaimed and MJF. Bro, MJF's the biggest guy, and what does he weigh? Like 210?
Yeah,
they're all their champions.
He's up to 225 now. He's got.
He is okay. Well, yeah. but he. How tall is he, by the way? Is he my size?
Around my size, yeah.
Is it so like tall? Am I taller than him or not?
Probably.
You and me are like the same size, right?
Okay. Well, I'm 5'11".
Yeah, I'm 5'11" too.
So how tall is MJF?
I think about 5'11", maybe a little taller, I think.
Well, but basically our size, yeah, right.
Yeah.
Okay, but he's like I'm saying he's not a big guy.
Right.
All their champions are all that's just funny thing. Like all their belts are
they don't really push
guys.
any big guys.
Right.
Yeah.
So next is Seth Rollins interview. He said he's going to win the Rumble, go to WrestleMania, but the U.S. title keeps calling him and said he'd win the main event, the U.S. title, the Rumble, and then beat Roman at WrestleMania. I want it all and I want it now. And he closed while acknowledging there was a Freddie Mercury lyric. That is a Freddie Mercury lyric, by the way.
Mm.
So they have the eliminator match, 6-way elimination match, and it's Lashley, Rollins, Miz, Ziggler, Corbin, and Finn. Okay, so Finn was back out there even though it was supposed to be hurt. So Theory remained on the stage as the bell rang. And I'm not going to go through this whole thing, but let's just say it comes down to good, very good finishing sequence here. Okay.
Excellent.
Omos was there, so Lashley jawed at Omos, and Theory took a cheap shot at Lashley with his title belt. Theory boasted to Omos and looked for a high five, but Omos grabbed him by the throat. And Theory was there, so he's got him by the throat. They're on the outside of the ring. So Theory climbs up on the desk. So Omos has him. Theory's standing on the desk, and Omos obviously is very tall, so he's got him by the throat. So then Theory grabs Omos's arm and jumps backwards behind the desk, which pulls Omos down, where his face now is his face is on the desk, and Rollins comes out of nowhere and gives him the curb stomp on the desk to take Omos out. Excellent, great spot.
Right.
Like that was a really well done spot. So then Rollins returned the ring and set it for move by Lashley, but MVP climbed the apron, and Rollins super kicked MVP, and he ran the ropes and was speared by Lashley, who pinned him. And so Lashley wins the main event. Excellent finishing sequence. The spot with Omos was very, very creative. I wonder who thought of that because it was executed perfectly. So that was a good stuff.
And here's the thing. I like that, they were announcing that Lashley was going to come back, and they had a promo with him at the beginning. I go, please don't tell me he's going to lose this. So he did the right thing and put him over after all the promotion they did. This was really good. They protected Seth. Okay. Mm-hmm.
Right.
The agent to this should be commended, but I'm sure that Seth had a lot to do with it too. But I love that curb stomp on the announcer's table for Omos. Almost did not look bad here, and I'm not a friend of his. Right. And they kind of protected everybody before they got eliminated.
Right.
Bro, this is for all the workers that listen to this show. You're looking for false finishes. You're looking for good finishes. Look at this match. This was great.
Right. So that's been our Raw review.
Yeah, and this I thought was a good show, except for the women's stuff.
Honestly, I mean, the good execution of stuff and everything and all that. I like there's the things I'm interested in. I'm really starting to dig the Dom stuff because it's very entertaining. That's like more things on the show. But it's like, when the problem with when going into the Rumble, it's like the stories are not very personal because everybody's trying to get in the match. They have eliminator matches and stuff. So whatever. But it's like, I don't know. This is all right to me. But there's definitely some good stuff on this.
I wanted to reiterate what I said last night so I can get this prediction on the record with DI as well. They're doing that bloodline celebration thing. DI, you mentioned it earlier. Mm-hmm. That's going to be like the main event of Raw. They're bringing in they're bringing in Rikishi and a couple of the other guys, the older Samoans. They're going to end that with The Rock coming out on the big 30th.
Why do you think that?
It's just they're bringing in the whole NOI family bloodline, so he's part of it. He's the biggest one.
Here's the problem.
That doesn't mean he has to come out.
Yeah, but they're going to start him and Reigns Monday night.
I don't know about that.
I doubt that.
Let me tell you why I would say no. It's because the last time The Rock was on WWE television, it was like years ago, or maybe
he pops up now and then. But
he was on their TV for the SmackDown the week that the AEW started. Okay,
right.
And bro, they drew like 3.7 million people.
Mm-hmm.
And then they were doing like 2.2 before that 2. So it's like with the new season they started, and The Rock is like, bro, I'm thinking they think The Rock might be worth like 1 million viewers, like maybe. Yeah. So they would absolutely advertise the guy.
I just think that.
You know what I'm saying? There's no way you're not going to put him out.
I just think that The Rock is not going to show up. If he did, I would love it because he's one of my favorite entertainers of all time. But I think with the dad coming out there, and you got to respect they command respect. They're old school OGs, and just looking at them, they just look like people, you would respect. Just them going out there and asking Roman what they're doing, that the head of the table doesn't include, some of the they've done, and him disrespecting his dad or something like that, that's more than enough to keep getting heat on him.
Right. I can see like the dad, the relatives,
the real tribal chief, the dad showing up,
and they're all wondering why Sami Zayn's out there with them.
Maybe too. That's a good one too.
You know what I'm saying? So right.
Yeah, so they don't really need The Rock. I think they got enough good storyline with the dad coming out.
Right.